Today's a good day. Oopsie doopsie. Oh, it's just the rock at the middle of it. Okay. Why is it so highlighted on the map? Shit. Okay, never mind. Nice and butterflies. So many scarabs. Two Dragonborn grease. Hmm. Hmm. Smithing stone 7 and 8. Oh, what's that? Little albinoric. In front of an Ontario leaf. That's cute. Oh, he slept in front of it. What? What What the fuck? What's wrong with him? With that poor fellow? Is he sleeping, by the way? Looks like he's definitely sleeping. I can't see his eyes. Yeah, he's sleeping. What an interesting thing. Maybe I have to reload the area. To see if others are doing something weird too. Wait, did it just thunder? By the way, what exactly are they spewing on me? Ah. Oh. Why do they have so much poise? Okay, let's see. What do we have here? 3 nascent butterflies. 3? Hey, Vitalik. Lore-wise, are they protecting entrance to the Harlech tree? I don't know. I don't think so, because they were not originally forces of the Harlech tree. I mean, and they're not entirely in front of it as well. What? Fuck. So from the immersive perspective, the second gen Albinaurics traveled to the Harlech tree together with Loretta. And yeah, it seems like they are allied with the Harlech tree, right? Because they are using Mikula's Rings of Light. But they appear around the minor earth tree here, and not directly in front of the entrance. So to me it looks more like that they appear in the surroundings of the minor earth tree for some reason. How was the dentist? Hey Jimmy. It wasn't a big deal. I got some aligner. I don't know if you know what aligners are. Yeah, and I just got my new ones. I just hope that I soon got my last ones. Well, let's see what we have here. 2 albinoric blood clot. Huh. I really think that sometimes the items over a more items in a bigger area are connected to each other in form of references. I think sometimes it's just that the like Elden Ring itself was ambitious and a huge project. Sometimes it's about huge areas which form maybe references. So we got 3 nascent butterflies over here, for example. 2 blood clot there. Here were 2 dragon 1 grease. A few minutes ago I saw Albinoric with an incredibly weird behavior because it was sleeping. No matter what I did, he just didn't wake up and try to attack me. And he was sleeping right in front of an Altaria leaf. Where is he? Should be over there. Oh yeah, there he is. Look at this guy. He's just sleeping there. He's waking up once and then he's falling asleep again. I don't need these markers anymore. I'm gonna explore the Harlech tree and all the DLC this playthrough. Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to explore everything again. So, but I think I will go to the DLC before I enter the Harlech tree. Not entirely sure though. Until now, maybe. I don't know if I should go to the Harlech tree and the Farmer Azula first or to the DLC first. I think I will go to the DLC first, but yeah. I don't know. What do you think? When should I go to the DLC? Harlech tree first? We can do that. The power creep of bosses, yeah. I really look forward to the DLC actually, because I think I have examined the base game way more than the DLC. And though I think there are many more details in the base game in comparison to the DLC. Feels empty at times. Yeah. I think you can definitely feel the difference in comparison to the base game. I mean, I still think the DLC is great, and there's much to discover. It's just I think in the base game there's a bit more. I think. The density is less. And sometimes you think you might get rewarded with exploring some areas, and then there's just nothing. For example, the finger runes in the DLC. I was trying to find items in there, and they're just there were no items. I forgot what I picked up here. I mean, yeah, sneaky. There's some lore to them. There's definitely something. So we got nascent butterflies right next to the black knife armor set. For some reason, I am more and more convinced that the nascent butterflies are referring to America. There's the finger, like the sea talisman +1. Mentioning the fingers. Okay, we got some items over here. Let's see. One item behind some boxes for some reason. 3 hefty beast bone. Okay, I wonder what this one is over there. I just realized how much turquoise there's in here. Golden Rune 10. So it's something, it might not be much, but it's the same as in Celia. And if you've noticed, okay, so for one, this is a pattern I think that's usually on the Nox thrones. I think this is usually a pattern on the Nox thrones. And another detail is that those little pillars have scarlet rot on them. I don't know if that's by accident, but because there are definitely some of them that don't have scarlet rot on them. So yeah, I just think it's an interesting detail. And I wonder where this is at appear. I think it's not a classical or typical asset. Damn. This wall's so dumb. Why can't I jump? Why can't I go through it? It makes no sense. Because I can go around it anyway. Okay, we found 3 hefty beast bone down there. This is a rune arc. You mentioned that Nathan butterflies are connected to America. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can't find them in Shaman Village, place where Mikela has never been, so it makes some sense. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I sometimes wonder if they are actually referring to Mikela or in the end maybe to someone else, because they are found in many places where Mikela isn't really connected to. But I didn't know about the Shaman Village, so this is really a nice catch. I have to check it out when I'm going through the DLC again. I mean, I think there might just be. I think that Mikela and Centrina, or especially Centrina, is probably paralleling America Rena. So it kind of makes sense that you, there might be some overlap. I think maybe. The heavy use of parallels as some as a literary device for storytelling is sometimes incredibly confusing, because if you end up with too many parallels like we have in Elden Ring, there are, a lot of the stuff is overlapping. The interesting thing is that I even think that the theme of eternal youth might even apply to Marika in a sense. Because if you think about it, if the original Marika was Rena, the current princess in Farm Azula, then I think her death as a young girl is something that you could interpret as being young for eternity, because you died young. You know? Someone who never had the chance to grow up. Hey, Flora. I know, I was already here. Oh, but there's an item. Eight. Oh, for fuck's sake. Eight. Kuglinstone 8 times. Oh, there's Michaela's Lily. I just double checked. No problem, Vitalik. I mean, it happens to me as well sometimes that I remember things wrong. I mean, there's way too much in this game. Oh, we got 3 Michaela's Lily. I've never noticed that there are 3 of them here. Is there something on top of it? No. Five crystal darts. By the way, do you guys know if there are any items in the Everjail dimension? When we go into that? 2 freezing grease. And there are a lot of Michaela's lilies. Going on 13. 3 old fang. Oh, there's another one. Another Godwyn Run 13, okay. Especially in these late areas, I think there might be something that I haven't really understood yet, or something that I haven't noticed yet, or so. I think I found everything. So what's next? Should I do the Evergel? I think so. Oh yeah, there's one item on here as well. One invigorating cute meat. Held shut by a seal. You know, I know that it's Mikola's Harlech tree, right? But there... Wait. Huh? Oh, it's probably behind it. Huh? Isn't there usually more decoration on this entrance? Or is it behind this seal? It's probably behind it. Hey, Galen. I mean, every stream is uploaded, so just in case you guys want to rewatch something or so, it's not the same as being to live in the chat probably, but yeah. Light the 4 figures in the Evergel. Are they deliberately 4? They haven't placed items in here, right? Oh my god. I thought this phantom was the Black Knife Assassin. Do you fully understand the concept of Evergiles? Is there any specific reason there is an Evergel in Ordina? I don't know. It's probably something just sealed away. It's like a little pocket dimension, I would say. Can I use torrent? No. Ordina is this city here. Ordina, town of Liturgien, or what is it in English? Liturgien? Oh, hey there. I wonder if there's anything interesting in this Ever jail. Because I can't revisit this area, you know? That's why I really want to watch out for details, if there are any. Oh my god, they take so less damage. What? I didn't know that they drop Ghost Glove Ward in here. I mean, I probably noticed it at some point in the past, but these are details that you easily just forget. Oh no. Ah, she noticed me. Oh no. Oh, I had so many runes. Fuck. Why did I have so many runes? Ordina liturgical tower, a town. There you have it. Bruh. Thinking about Ever jails, they are mostly prisons, right? Things that the Golden Order tries to hide upon is stones or keys are probably helpful in understanding better, but Mikola's crafty. Well, that's kind of true. That you need stone sword keys. Okay, let's get that bitch first. I wonder if this one is also dropping Ghost Glove Wood 9. Wait, what? Come on, no. Yeah, okay. Huh. Are they firing like 4 arrows in a row? Oh. I mean, in general, those Everjails are confusion. There's one with a clone of Godric. Does it have any specific meaning? It's not a clone of Godric. It seems like it's just another ancestor of the Golden Lineage. Another descendants, I mean. Whatever makes more sense. Yeah, the Godfroy who's in this Everjail, and which is called the Golden Lineage Everjail, by the way. He was part of the conspiracy or the siege on Langdale, probably. And that's what he was imprisoned for. And in that case, I think it's just emphasizing that the Golden Lineage was part of the conspiracy and were involved in the siege on Langdale. Oh, there is an item I haven't noticed yet. I wonder if this is also in in the normal world. Oh, three's number. Wait, was it there? No, I haven't seen this one. Guys, this was not in a. Was it in the other area as well? In the normal one? I mean, not in the Everjail dimension. Maybe I just haven't noticed it. Oh, That looks crucial. Saul suggested his name. Charles Godfrey flew under the Victory Arc. Interesting. I'll have to read into that, but I mean, I have to say, I think Godfrey is just probably just supposed to. So, I'm already very sure that it was in the end Godfrey, after his banishment, who conspired with Marika and as the woman in the Black Hood, and who organized the siege on Leyndell. So maybe they just took a descendant like Godefroy, which almost has the same name like Godfrey, just with an E in between, to which they took to hint to an involvement of the Golden lineage. And it's even Godefroy who drops the Godfrey icon. I think he's just used to hint to a connection to Godfrey, probably. I really wonder if there are sometimes items that can only be found in this pocket dimension. Ah, shit, now I can't. Can I jump over there? Should be able to do that. Where's the last one? Oh. Wait, 1, 2. Oh, it's down there, of course. Oh. Let me just see if this corpse was already there. Okay, the corpse was already there. Yeah, I probably just overlooked the item. Oh yeah, here's the interesting design. So I have this idea that, you know, I was speaking a lot about Rena as the Carrion Princess of the distant Farm Azula era. And maybe, just maybe, the Harlech tree is paralleling the crossed tree of the Farm Azula era. I think what's really interesting is that there is the Carrion Princess Maiden statue even on this entrance to the Harlech tree. To me, it doesn't really make much sense why they put this Carrion Princess statue on this entrance, because it makes not a lot of sense. But considering it might, the Harlech tree as a whole might parallel some stuff of the distant Farm Azula era where she was probably present, then it kind of makes sense that they reference her here, maybe. Okay, we're done with this upper part now. We've done the foggy area. Now what's left is the west part. Oh, these are Muslim soldiers. By the way, I think I've seen... Hey, Raven. I think there's one interesting mausoleum soldier which is different than the others. I've seen a picture of him. I don't know if is this one? No. I can't really remember what it was. It was because it was a mausoleum soldier using a horn. Oh yeah, it's this one over there. I don't think this one appears anywhere else. Oh, there's another one. Oh, never mind. No, nice and butterflies. Oh, Militaria leaf. I'm playing on PC, but with a controller, of course. Why are you asking? Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do so much research, because otherwise, I had to do a playthrough for every time I want to study the item placement. Usually, I'm using cheat engine just to explore the world a little bit more. But this time, I just thought it's sometimes I enjoy just a normal playthrough, because you're looking at stuff with more time and more of attention. So, again, it's one of those areas which are white and purple color coded. And we got Centrinas lilies and those jellyfish. I think everything is in some way related to Marica Renna. The white and purple color coding, the Centrinas lilies. Probably Centrina as a parallel to Marica Renna or the Glowmite Queen. And yes, even those jellyfish. Which are moon jellyfish. Connecting to her as a carrion as well. Yeah, everything here is purple, white and purple color coded. Ah, the silver mirror shield. That's a huge one. So, there's a lot of white and purple stuff going on here. We got white and purple color coding through flowers. We got those Centrina lilies, and which both, in my opinion, is associated with Marica as the one in the black hood, like to Marica Renna. The jellyfish also used in different places where Marica Renna's influence is referenced. And this place as a whole is referring to our or Godwyn's resurrection. And I think that's also the reason why there's one of those mausoleums nearby. Because some things here are alluding to our resurrection. The big sister over here, I think she's called Philia. She serves as a reference to America. For one reason is, for example, or something that might hint to that is, she's called as towering young sister, and the adjective towering is usually used in connection to the Earth tree. So when it comes to the towering sister, it's more about like America as the Earth tree, for example, and described as young kind of makes sense because I think when it comes to Mary Karenna, she's also associated with eternal youth because she died as a young maiden in Pharmazula already. So, but the silver mirror shield, shield of radiant silver, festooned with amber and carried by Loretta, Knight of the Harlech Tree. The shape is said to imitate that of a sacred drop of dew, which inspired the absurd rumor that Loretta herself was an Albinoric. I have to say, this is something that inspired the idea that it's probably amber what we see in Radagon, because what we have here is a combination of a silver tear, probably, and amber. Don't worry, Flom. I'm not on cheat engine right now. It's just a normal playthrough. The one we have here is a silver tear and filled with amber. At least that's what it's depicting. And that kind of convinced me that the golden stuff inside Radagon is probably also amber, and that he is actually some kind of silver tear. Just as an idea of as a concept, I mean. But I'm pretty sure that that Loretta is a parallel or a reference to Godwyn. And it has to do with the Godwyn statue at the Harlech Tree and Loretta in front of it. Because I was wondering, why did they place Loretta in front of the statue? Because usually you would think there might be some connection between Loretta and the statue, but there's no obvious connection between Loretta and the statue with 3 figures, from which the big one is probably Godwyn, or we assume it's Godwyn. I think it's Godwyn. It's the name Loretta, actually, because the name Loretta derives from the word laurel, which is referring to the laurel that the big one on the statue have on his head. So, and that made me realize that Loretta, referring to the laurel on the statue, it's probably referencing the big figure on the statue. And it kind of makes sense to me. For one, it would reference to the fact that Godwyn might be reborn as a silver tear. And there's some other stuff going on, because Loretta's mastery is a skill related to Loretta. And Loretta's mastery is about 4 arrows. And there, once again, we have the number 4 as a sign of great luck and fortune. And I think Loretta's mastery is actually a reference to Godwyn, who is, mastered being fortunate in some way. So that's what the sorcery Loretta's mastery is all about, I think. And yeah, we also have the reference of Loretta as a Godwyn reference and Silver Tear with Amber. So, and I think they placed Loretta's shield here because Loretta serves as a Godwyn reference, and this area is a reference to Godwyn's resurrection. So it's more like a network once again. But what's also interesting is that it's called a mirror shield. And I don't think they had to necessarily call it a mirror shield. So I suspect they called it deliberately mirror shield. And the only thing that I associate with mirrors in this game is warding off the influence of the greater will. So it probably has to do with Godwyn opposing the greater will too. Because in some way, the concept of a mirror is in this game is otherwise only referring to warding off the influence of the greater will and opposing him in some way. And that's what I think. But Latenna is a Melina parallel.
O young yet towering sister of ours, let the birthing droplet in and create life for us, for all the Albinorics. Thank you. I finally fulfilled my purpose. Our young yet towering sister will give us hope. Now that nothing is left unfinished, I will join you in battle to the bitter end. And when the fighting is done, then you may lay me to rest. Beside Lobo, my dear wolf.
And my suspicion is that it's probably what they were talking here about. I think it's probably referring to the shattering, which kind of made the tarnished rise again, and also us in the end. Maybe that's what is referred to here or alluded here to with the birth droplet, like the shattering. And it's also afterwards when Latenna says that she will join us, similar to how Melina does it. And yeah, Lobo was a Godwyn reference there. I don't know if you remember this, but the Slumbering Wolf Shack where Latenna was with her dad Wolf Lobo. We had a great view on the Chapel of Anticipation from there, and in my opinion it's actually referring to the circumstances that Godwyn was slumbering in the Chapel of Anticipation, and yeah, which seemed almost dead. But they had to go on and let Godwyn sleep. Let Godwyn in the Chapel of Anticipation, and Melina and Godfrey had to do stuff on their own afterwards in the story, in my opinion. Let's see if there's anything interesting nearby. Oh, I forgot. There were some 2 items, I think, the way up here. Godwyn Run 7. And Godwyn Run 12. Maybe it's related to the circumstances over there. Hmm. Oh. Is it staring at the holic tree? Oh, not really. But I don't really know if the map is accurate. Sometimes it's not that accurate, actually. Smithing Stone 9. By the way, isn't it interesting that's the only church that has no statue in it? Is it the only one? What would make it perfect would be nascent butterflies. Having also the nascent butterflies nearby would be perfect. Like, I mean, you would have probably everything in here that's purple and white color coded. Hmm. We no. Hmm. Oh yeah, true. Church of Olay has no statue checked. Yeah. Okay, this seems to be something else over here. Like this is probably about Godwyn's resurrection and some Melon America stuff. But here we're now in a different area. Here it seems like it's referencing something else. Oh, a Citrina and a Michaelos Lily right next to each other. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Oh, a Golden Rune 1, 6 times. That's something special. Oh, I still don't know what the number 6 means. Oh, for fuck's sake. There has to be something to the number 6. Maybe 7. No, bad luck is usually referenced by the number 3 in this game. So, it's just really strange to find a Gold Rune 1 this late in the game. So there is something to the Gold Rune number 1 here. And because of its description, which is about a tarnished gaining his strength through a maiden, to me it seems like the Golden Rune 1 is usually referring to Renna or America Renna. And it's pointing directly to the statue down there, which I think is probably a Radagon reference and depicting Radagon. So we have a lot of lamps over there and a beer. I mean, it's kind of necessary to lead the beer down there to get the statue broken. But it's also interesting to have those two right next to each other here. Is there something else? Boop. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Now he's coming. Yeah, sure. Come on, little guy. Where is he? Hello? Why can't you just be normal? I bet it's 3 smithing stones. Oh my fucking hell. 3 smithing stone 7, 1 smithing stone 8. What could the number 6 mean? I sometimes think it might be Godwyn related, but I don't know if that's... if it's referring to Godwyn in a particular. The beer has a rune 3. What do you mean by rune 3? Oh, the beer dropped one, but I don't know if it's a guaranteed drop. I mean, if it's a random drop, there might be not too much to it sometimes, but it was a hefty beast bone, 1 beast blood, and 1 golden excrement. So for now, I was linking the number 6 to the confrontation between Radagon and us as Godwyn so far, but I'm still not sure if the number 6 is referring to the confrontation between between Godwyn and Radagon in particular, or if there's something some meaning to it that's that has a more general meaning. I mean, for example, like confrontation, or maybe it's relating to dragons, and Godwyn and Radagon are just reference to dragons. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe there's something else that I just still miss. It's also, for example, referenced in the Wilder, because his passive is called Sixth Sense. It would make sense if it's related to the confrontation between Godwyn Radagon. And one of the reasons why I think that it is because of the catacomb rooms with 6 chairs, because one of them is in the Godwyn themed catacomb and the other one is in the Radagon themed catacomb. But yeah, still not sure. Because I couldn't make much sense of other item placements which with an amount of 6. I mean, it could make sense if the snowy beer might refer to us and the Radagon statue to Radagon. Then you would have a confrontation between these two. But it's too vague for me right now. I'm not yet convinced. I'm losing my orientation. So what's there? Was this the area with the beer? Yeah. Radagon's refusal to be consulted and subsequent enforced death could parallel something. I mean, we don't really know if he refused anything, but although I would think would be yeah, I think it's probably like that. So I just think the situation in the DLC when Radagon is taking Mikola on himself or joining Mikola in some way, the situation on its own, I think, is referencing Radagon taking in the Elden Ring and serving the Elden Ring after he attacked Farmer Zula and were killing Rena and taking her soul inside of him afterwards. I don't think that there's much. I don't think that it's actually that heavily related to the base game. I just think they were using Radagon as a parallel to Radagon to tell part of his story in that situation in the tower in front of the Divine Gate. Okay, we got bloody hounds here everywhere. Four crystal darts. Oh. Oh, evasion. Where does he spawn, by the way? Over there. Sandrian Noble. You. Is he wearing any specific armor or anything interesting? Is he using anything interesting? Fuck my life. What if Destined Death parallels Scarlet Rot? That's something I was thinking about too. That maybe Scarlet Rot is paralleling Destined Death. Could also be the other way around, maybe, I don't know. When it comes to Rani, Mikala, and Godwyn and Rodan, I already have an opinion on that I'm very convinced of. And as I said, I think Radan is a parallel to Radagon, and that Rani is a parallel to Rena. But you can try and follow your thoughts and maybe and try to see if that leads you somewhere. I mean that's how I work too. I don't want to discard any ideas or like I don't think that Radagon was literally there because I think the DLC as a whole is just meant symbolic. I think most of the DLC revolves around Radagon's story actually, because I think Mesmer is reflecting Radagon's story, Bale reflects Radagon's story, and Radan too. And it's all about Radagon and Farmer Zula, in my opinion. I don't know if that's something that you would agree on, but that's what I think right now. In Lane Dell. I don't know. Maybe Radagon did appear as the Red Dragon. It's just that they haven't documented anything, or that it was not known that Rather gonna have might been the red dragon or the dragon on him, the banners. Ouch. You know, I mean there was a dragon as who were with the forces of the Earth Tree. In my opinion at least. Oh no. Can you leave me alone for a second, please? Okay, let's see. Hood of dyed black cloth featuring gold embroidery worn by the nobles who served the Lord of Blood. Known to strike from pools of blood, these assassins are missionaries come to share the gospel of accursed blood. Robe of the grand metallic pattern on the shoulders is significant of the noble rank they intend to climb upon the advent of the new dynasty they are working to install. There are undead beastmen and farmers over that wield the sun, which I agree with. I probably brought them down. I think I don't know with them like the name is King. Could be. I have to say, I can't say if Godwyn played a role in the distant past. I just can't imagine anything. We got an eagle here next to a hero's rune. It's an interesting thought regarding the bosses and their theme. What is the first boss? I mean, of day one? Is it a Drake? Or are you speaking of the Nameless King? I mean, I agree. They probably sought them thematically, especially in Night Run. It's more thematically related and placed. And that's how I analyze usually the content as well. First, I try to look at the themes that are going on, so more like a broader picture, and then I start to go into the detail, and try to examine what the details might refer to. You found the shield you are using right now, even? What do you mean? Does it have a specific item placement in Night Run as well? I mean, that would be something really interesting if there's a specific place where you can find the Beast Crest Heater Shield. I was pretty sure that there are... Ah, there's an item over there. Ah, yikes. Fucking hell. Pa! Is there no signs of grace nearby? Come on. And just as a drop, yeah, but even the drop rates, I had the feeling that some items might be a random drop of corpses, but it could be that these have to be specific corpses in specific areas sometimes. But in Night Run, it's even more confusing to examine these drop rates, because I don't know if they are even on the wiki. I mean, you got different seeds as well for the map, and then you have to look at different seeds, and then you have to even examine the drop rates of specific corpses and their items in specific areas. That's just too much info, probably. Especially those pretty what does unauffällig mean? Let me get that item. Please. 2 Thorphos bonuses. Is there anything over here? Nope. I just wanted to say that I think that the corpses that doesn't look really important sometimes, those just common corpses in Night Rain, that they sometimes, I think they have weird drop rates of weapons that you usually don't find if you don't check those corpses. I think they drop weapons that you usually don't find. And it's kind of interesting to me. Because it might even be that those rare weapons that you usually don't find on enemies might be tied to specific corpses that you just find in specific areas, you know. What is the word for something that is so the opposite of an eye catcher? I just try to expand my vocabulary. I think stone 8. What the hell? So many dragonflies. Eyesore? Is that the opposite of an eye catcher? I'm I'm looking for the adjective. Hey, Lysander, by the way. Yeah, we're already in the madness area. Eyesore. Eyesore? Is that how you pronounce it? Eyesore. Okay. Hmm. So this should be, yeah. It's a weird thing that they're spawning here. Oh, what? Oh. Okay, good. We got rats with what? Stone saw key. Okay, 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 okay. Let me out of here. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rats. Oh, a stack of America at least. Yeah, especially because it said that they never seen the sky. It's kind of weird that they're here, right? But they're spirits, so who knows? So we got a stone saw key. A lot of madness. Anything else? Nope. What's down there? Oh wait, there's one item there. 8 rhymed rover. Hmm. Bro. Old One 13. Is there something in there? Nope. Come on, there should be at least one more item over here. You might know this, but the grave violets and nitrogen that appear around large single gravestones are just some eventual spirits, what I think is America reference. Yeah, as well. I think so too. The grave violet, the grave violet is somehow heavily related to death. And I think it's a reference to America as the woman in the black hood. The grave violet is even modeled after the real-life spider lily, which in Japan is used for paying tribute to ancestors at gravestones and dead relatives on a specific holiday. As far as I know. Maybe the big one is dropping something. Nope. Then not being able to use spirit springs on foot. Wait, in which way do Rova heal us? Oh, you mean in Night Rain? Wait, what? Oh, it's the fucking red. There's not much in these runes. There was just a golden rune. Golden rune 13. And an unendurable frenzy. And 8 rover. Rhymed rover. And a stone sword key. I mean, I still have this path here connecting to it probably. Though, to me, it seems like the number 8 is referring to a confrontation between Radagon and Godfrey. 1 smithing stone 7. But if there are any references over there with the 8 rhymed rover, oh, it's incredibly vague, if so. But it could be that it's connected to this tunnel and this path as well. So, and this is the second place in the consecrated snowfield where this tent is used. It's covered by snow, but it's an incredibly rare asset. It's this olive brown, black gold patterned flat tent. It's almost not recognizable, but you can see it. It's covered by snow for the most part, but it's just from software hiding these things incredibly well. I mean, it's also called Yellow Ani Tunnel, so it's probably related to one each other. So I would think the references probably complement each other, maybe. Fuck. Hey, ISO. That hurt. There's so many runes too. I am God-winning, son. Yeah, I'm God-winning. You almost made it through Consecrated Snowfield. Yeah, I don't think there's much left to explore. Yeah. You're yeah, this is the tunnel with the second Astel. There's one really weird thing going on here in this cave, and it's the drop rate of those miners. And there are different kinds of miners as well. Because there are, for one, there are some miners that are frozen and have blunt gemstones in their corp. Is it corp? And those miners who are frozen, those drop gravel stones for some reason. But the other ones that are not frozen, they don't gravel stones for some reason. So these drop gravel stones. Sometimes. Bye bye, Florum. 3 dragon grease. I don't think that the Wandering Nobles is searching for Godwyn. I think it's probably themed around the return to the Earth Tree, maybe, or yeah, that's what I think. Maybe they are watching for looking for the Earth Tree's roots, or they are searching for runes. I think it's one of these two. But it would fit better when it's about the return to the Earth Tree. Godwyn 10. See, so these one have like blunt gemstones, or they're just frozen. And these can drop gravel stones. Can I jump down here? The normal miners can bleed. Can they bleed? I didn't know that they can bleed actually. A rune arc. Gotcha. Is that a guaranteed drop? The alabaster sword? I already have one. Are there 2 of them guaranteed? Yeah, in the Lake of Rot, right? There are 2 of them, yeah. But you don't get 2 curved great Onyx curved great swords, right? Or do you get this one 2 times as well? It's kind of interesting. Oh, that's interesting. It's kind of weird that you get 2 guaranteed drops. 1 Gravitas Ash of War. Yeah, the Gravitas is in Limgrave, right? From the is it also an Alabaster Lord? Or is it an Onyx Lord? In Limgrave. Where you get the Gravitas. Yeah. I've never realized that the smithing stones, the glassy smithing stones 8 and 7, the normal ones, that they look almost like the summer smithing stones. I don't even know if you can find them anywhere else. Like this. I think this is the only place where you actually farm them in a tunnel. Wait, isn't that weird? What does semi-vitrified mean? Because I already had this headcanon that they might have been might have been in contact with fire, and this might be the reason why they are so like glass. But that doesn't make much sense if it can be found naturally. Vitrified. Converting materials into glass-like substance, which remains turned to glass. You have to cool down a melting substance very quick to achieve it. Yeah. Hmm. These smithing stones always seemed interesting. So this level down here seems to refer to America. It's the Rune Arc. It's the Alabaster Lord, which I think is referring to America as well because of the blue theme. I don't know. I think there might be something going on here with ice and smithing stones. Maybe it's just I can't make sense of them. Or can or is it about oh, wait. Are they? Is it about that smithing stones might have been heated up and then frozen, and this is how they got semi-vitrified? And why is it called semi-vitrified? I mean, I know what's the concept of vitrifying is, because it actually is some way to crystallize a matter. So it's probably just about something that hasn't been vitrified completely. Yeah, right. I mean, makes sense. What if if this is some kind of process that is also like like which extracts the color gold in this way, or make the gold disappear in a way, because I mean they don't look gold and they don't have gold in their description as well. Yeah, they're linking vitrification with the polar region, or at least they say that they can be found in the polar region. I mean, you need to cool down a heated up matter to actually vitrify it or crystallize something. That's usually how it works. But you need to do it in a specific with a specific tempo to crystallize a matter. I mean, the mountaintops are also associated with fire. We don't know how it looked like in the distant past. Yeah, there's no smithing stone 9. Only somewhat 9. Yeah, it's a little bit weird, to be honest, yeah. But I don't know, maybe it has to do with their upgrade levels. So, what if those who are drained of color are actually vitrified? I mean, it's just an idea, I don't know. So while these are semi-vitrified, maybe these are actually vitrified. I mean, it's just an idea. But something looking like glass, it might also don't contain any color. Yeah, it might be that pearlescence is linked to these circumstances as well. Although I think pearlescence is a little bit different, though. Hmm. I mean, they look like samba smithing stones, right? Don't they? Oh, this is a samba smithing stone. Okay, but the other ones looked the same, and they were like normal smithing stones. Yeah, that one was a samba smithing, but there were others who looked the same that down there, but there were normal smithing stones. I swear to God, the other ones looked the same. Maybe we get to see some others as well. So explosive stone clump 6 times. Whatever that means. And with a miner who is not frozen. So that is one of those who are not frozen in here. Oh. So there's another one. Let's see if this is the normal one. Okay. What would you say? Does it look like a normal one or like a summer smithing stone? It looks like a summer smithing stone. Let's see. Oh, please be a normal one. See? It's a normal one. Smithing stone 8. And it looks like like those who are usually drained of color and summer smithing stones. But it was not. I saw. So what if those which are drained of color are actually vitrified? Like completely vitrified? Maybe. And there's another one. And there's another one. Yeah, I'm not convinced of that idea yet, but I think it's an interesting idea. Heroes Rune 5. Okay, let's see. I mean, this one looks like a Summer Smithing Stone 9. Yeah, that is one. But that's a normal one. Do they have different colors? Wait. So this one looks dark. Or is it just the lightning? Summer Smithing Stone 8. Normal Smithing Stone 8. I just get the feeling that they might want to hint at their relationship. It would be cool. I mean, what if those who are drained of color are just completely vitrified, while the others are just semi-vitrified? I mean, why are they calling them semi-vitrified? Why just not completely vitrified? Why? You know? I think it's a bit odd. Or strange. Yeah, the Ani part is strange as well. What is Ani referring to? Is it referring to Star? I think it's a plant. Oh, that's why I thought of anise, of stars, because there is a star anise. Okay, this is just a real life rabbit hole on its own. It says anise, so the plant anise is a food plant for the larvae of some Lepidoptera species like butterflies and moths. Including the lime speck pug and wormwood pug. Yeah, I don't know if this is what they are referring to. Oof. Oh no! Is there... claw or fingernail? I have read different translations. I don't know which one might be the actual one. Yellow anise. I might look up the Japanese name. Maybe it might make it more clear what is referred to. Oh, come on. I don't think I've ever seen this grab attack. Bro. This looked like the egg of Renala, actually. I mean, we were in some kind of gravity bubble a few seconds ago when he grabbed me. Oh, I'm cooked. I think I'm a little bit underleveled. Nah. I don't need the arsenal charm. Okay. Maybe go with the strength. More damage. Yeah, the glowing. I mean, the glowing eyes are just randomly. They can appear on almost anything. I think. Everything. I think. Scary. It's so scary sometimes. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm cooked. What? They didn't get me. Oh shit. Oh no. I'm almost one shot of so many stuff. So much stuff. is he not getting staggered? Come on, he should be. Got him. Oh, I was almost. Oh, I'm cooked, I'm cooked, I'm cooked, I'm cooked, right? Oh, got them. What the? What the fuck? Come on, this can't be real. Ass boss, yeah. We're getting closer. Stars of Darkness. It's also a name that's quite strange. Because usually I would say the Greater Will is and the Elden Ring is associated with light. But for some reason they are also associated with darkness. Oh shit. Ah, I dodged it. Oh damn. Okay. How am I supposed to dodge this? Come on. Why? Should. Oh no. Why is he not staggered? Come on. Ah, but now. I almost got him. Like, just a quarter of his HP bar. Oh no. I can see the shit coming. No, it's not. Okay. Thank God. Oh, I'm greedy. We did it, boys. Yeah, okay. Whew. Meteorite of Astel. I've never realized that it says that it's a glintstone sorcery. One of the glintstone sorceries that manipulates gravitational forces. Yeah, there are interesting themes going on. Especially when it comes to gravity. Because when it comes to the Elden Ring and the Earth Tree, sometimes it's compared to, or there are themes of a sun going on, for example, something that is radiant and that shines and it's golden. But there's also a theme of a black hole, I think, of darkness, like Astel as a star of darkness, or eternal darkness that I think might even relate to the greater world in some way, or a void. It might even make sense because black holes are created through suns. If they are above a critical mass and they start to die and implode, there's a chance of a black hole being created. This is how black holes are actually created or born. Let's see if is there anything interesting in here in this arena. Semi shit. Semi corporal, yeah, that's another really strange thing. from which no light can escape. Yeah, that's more or less a description of a black hole, right? And I think the sorcery Eternal Darkness also has qualities of a black hole. And then you get the great, or the dark abyss. Maybe it's referring to the same stuff. Got the void. The void where the Starfall beasts actually originate from, which is probably linked to the Greater Will as well. So many strange things going on. Okay, in this area, check. I think this is the last one over here. And the Beast Crest Heater Shield is... I know this pretty well. It's found in the chest right here. No, it's there. It's right next to this rune in a chest in a little camp over here. What's really interesting is because that's why I remembered is because there seemed to be a reference that is going on there with the lance that is placed directly above it on this rune. And I think they are related to one each other. Like there's a lance on the rune above the Beast Crest Heater Shield. And I'm pretty sure it's referring to a threat from above towards Godfrey. Let's see what we can find here. Oh shit. Oh, not those again. Going on 13. Stalwart Horn Charm. Nicholas Lilly. Nothing else? Is that it? It's a bit weird. It doesn't have the glowing effect on the horns. I mean, the horns are glowing, but usually they start to glow even more when they attack with this animation. It's a bit weird. Let's check if the others... I think they had a different animation down there. I want to check something. Oh no, there's not a glow effect. Yeah, but they're absorbing. But that's something that the other one is not doing. And they're healing through it as well. Maybe I have to damage the other one first. The threat from both. So it's connected to the Lance Talisman because the Lance Talisman is also nearby. Okay, so you got the Beast Crest Heater Shield there. And the Lance is right above it on the rune. And I think it's somewhere over here where you find the Lance Talisman. And the Lance Talisman is saying something like that usually it's used by horse riders and that they are kind of that they have an advantage from their lofty position. So it's about a lofty position. And the fact that we find the lance right above the Beast Crest Heater Shield seems to me like a reference to a threat from above towards Godfrey. And I think it's about Godfrey and the Tarnished and their banishment towards Limgrave. And the threat from above is, in my opinion, Radagon with the powers of a dragon. Because there are some references over here, I think, that refer to Godfrey's banishment. It's also Bernal who is harboring doubts towards the guidance of grace. Then you got here the Beast Crest Heater Shield with a threat from above. And it even ends up with a Mad Pumpkin head, which I think is a reference to the broken Godfrey. There are some other interesting things that fit thematically for some reason. Alexander's also in this area as a Godfrey parallel. We got the Colosseum. And there's even the Strength, not Crystal tier. And Strength is also the attribute that you would associate Godfrey the most to it. And there's something going on with the Golden Vow as well. Because I think it's about the return to the Earth Tree after the Tarnished die. The Golden Vow skill is over here, I think. Yeah, it should be directly above the Death Touch Catacombs. And there's a spirit also saying something about the return to the Earth Tree. Or about those who do not return to the Earth Tree. There are some locations where it seems to be, where it seems like they are referencing a threat from above. In Limgrave. I mean. So where was I? I was there. No, I think it's Radagon as with the powers of a dragon and as a threat from above. And when it comes to Raiders Remembrance, I also think that it's all about Radagon versus Godfrey. And it's also the reason why Iron Eye is next to included in Raiders Remembrance. It's always Iron Eye who's standing right next to the big stone. It's because it's about Iron Eye is a Radagon reference, and I think the fights are all referencing confrontations between Godfrey and Radagon. He's not healing up. Although he got glowing horns, he's not healing up when he's attacking me. I think Black Claw and White Horn is just about Godfrey and Horaloo. I don't think Godfrey and Radagon are friends. They are more like in confrontation probably the whole time. And Radagon is most of the time conspiring against him. Are there more of these ancestral followers here nearby? Ah, fuck. Okay, guys, I think we're done with Consecrated Snowfield. Oh, shit. Yeah, I would say we're done here. Guys, that's it for today. More than enough. Next step is Harlech Tree. Goodbye, everyone. Stay strong and have a good night. Bye bye.